There's one part of our newsroom today that has been buzzing nonstop, and that would be the weather department. Very busy right now.
I know, we just had the snowstorm, which is my first Maine snowstorm, and I would love to spend a lot of time talking about it, but we've got a very, very dynamic storm coming up over the next couple of days, and that means that there is a lot of different moving parts and a lot to talk about. So we're going to jump right into the forecast. Overnight temperatures tonight, very cold, down into the single digits and teens, so keep an eye out for some black ice overnight tonight because we did see some melting of snow throughout the day today. Now the watches and warnings map has lit up like a Christmas tree here. We've got a winter storm watch up north, a flood watch throughout southern Maine closer to the coast. The high wind warning, or high wind watch rather, does extend into the flood watch as well. A coastal flood watch along the coastline, and this purple color here is a hurricane force wind watch, which is off the coast of the waters of down east. So we do have a lot coming up with this system coming up into the day tomorrow and overnight as well. So we're going to go right into the hour by hour forecast. Mainly clear skies overnight tonight, which means we'll start out Tuesday with clear skies, but the clouds are going to roll in pretty quickly. And by the time we get to mid-morning, most of us will be in overcast skies. Now, Tuesday throughout the day isn't bad. It's once we get to around dinner time where conditions are going to start to deteriorate. So the storm is going to move into southern York County just after dinner time. And I think most of us are going to start out right with a wintry mix. This model here has rain right along the coastline. I think we'll start with some snow or a wintry mix, but we're going to change over to rain along the coastline very, very quickly. So now, as you're going to see as we go over the next couple of hours, right now this is Tuesday at 10 p.m. Overall, we're going to have that southerly flow, which is off of the water, which is warmer. So that's going to move our rain-snow line farther north. So we're going to start out snow with a lot of places, but we're quickly going to change over to rain and to heavy rain at that as well. So this is Wednesday at 1 a.m. At this point, most of us are seeing precipitation at this point. Getting into the snow mainly north of the coastline and into down east as well, but we've switched to heavy rain at this point in southern York and Cumberland counties. And by the time we get into early tomorrow morning, or early Wednesday morning rather, again, the heavy rain continuing to push more northward. We've got that rain-snow line right around the Bangor area, and only really the mountains are going to escape the change over to rain because it'll be cold enough up high in the peaks. And then once we get to Wednesday at 7 a.m., we are starting to lose some of the precipitation in western Maine, but then most of us begin to that change over to rain as well. And then as we get into the day on Wednesday, most of that precipitation is going to move out of our area, but we will have some scattered rain and snow showers throughout the day. Now, this is a very kind of powerful system that's coming through, but it is going to move through rather quickly. By the time we get to Thursday, most of the precipitation is done at that point. Now, here is our snow map for the amount of snow that's going to fall for this system. I would say the purple and pink colors here is where you're going to have a net gain of snow. However, the 3 to 6 and through all of these blue and white colors, that's where the changeover of the rain is going to be most swift. So that's going to be an overall net loss of snow. So with that melting snow gives us about an additional inch to inch and a half of liquid, along with about an inch and a half to 2 inches of rain falling. So this is going to cause some flooding concerns. And I haven't even talked about the wind yet. We do have wind coming in off the water, which is going to be pretty high at times, gusts up to 60 miles per hour possible. So that also creates a concern with power outages. I don't think it'll be quite as bad as the December storm, but we are expecting power outages, especially along the coastline. And if you're getting deja vu from this storm, we're going to do it all over again come the weekend for the day on Saturday. So we have really just a lot going on over the next week. So here's kind of a summary graphic. Rain and snowmelt is going to lead to flooding. This is mainly along the coastline and into the interior. High winds causing power outages and coastal flooding as well. Though overall, because this is going to be a more southern Maine concentrated event, everyone's going to see these effects, but we're going to have a lot of that snowmelt in southern Maine, so we'll see overall less river flooding than with the last storm. So our marine forecast sees 2 to 4 feet. That hurricane force wind watch is not until the storm for Tuesday. So here's our 7-day forecast. If you're not out of breath yet, I certainly am, because we've got a lot going on this week. We have the storm coming in for Tuesday to Wednesday. Then we get a little bit of a reprieve, but then we have another storm to talk about for the weekend. So overall, Brian and Chloe, we have a lot of impacts coming in with this storm. Overall, I don't think it's quite going to be as bad as the December 18th storm, but I just do want to stress that there is going to be flooding and power outage concerns.
We'll definitely see those. All right, Dana, thank you.